All right, well, I've been trying out a new two-word start this week, CHOMP and FUDGY on the Wordle every day, and I actually think it's probably more of a good start for these multi-word type of puzzles like Octordle. So just to test it out, I'm going to do the classic, the sequence, the extreme, well, not the rescue. Well, we could do the rescue, but that one's not going to, I'm not going to use the two-word start because it already gives you the start. But the classic, the extreme, and the sequence, and we'll see how it does on that. And I think it's going to be especially helpful on these because if you get some of those middle of the road consonants, it's going to limit the possibilities on some of them, and we might have some gimmies essentially at that point, and we're likely to guess words with the RSTLN at some point anyways. So that's why it's less good to check those initially because you're probably going to check them. Anyways, that's the theory. So I'm going chomp. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Now, we could potentially see if there's anything we can get just from that. I mean, this one here is pretty interesting. The C, the H is not second. So it's probably going to be an H at the end with like an S or a T before it. Something, but the O is interesting too. Or we could do like something like that. Well, cough is actually possible. Cough is possible. All right, well, let's do fudgy. We could do fudge with the E, but like I said, we're likely going to do those letters anyways. Okay, cool. So it's not cough. It's not cough. This is interesting. So C, we can't do the O there. So the thing is, if you don't do the O second, but we've got like A and but then if you do the O here, where's the H gonna go? I don't like it third, and I don't like OH at the end. So I feel like the O is here, and it's gonna be like a TH or an SH or another C. Oh no, I was gonna say couch, but we can't do. We could do coach though. Coach would work. Coach is pretty good. All right, I'm not gonna guess that yet. There's probably something else. This one's interesting over here. We've got. I would say proud, but the O can't be third. So if it's OU, it's got to be this way. We could do pound. That's really good. That's really good. There are 3 words with the yellow O. I'm tempted to go pound. I'm gonna go for it. Nice. Okay. Now, we got an N here, so this is probably NDY. Something. It can't be candy. Dandy is possible. Dandy is possible. Here I was thinking. Oh! It's gonna be conch. I think. It's gonna be conch because if you put the N at the end, it's not gonna be HN. It's not gonna be COH. So the H has to be at the end. I think the N is here. It's this. It's got to be conch. Nice. Okay. I'm glad I didn't do coach. This probably has a double D. Oh, but the O. Oh, the O. No. It's gonna be oddly, isn't it? I think it's gonna be oddly. Okay. Let's go over here. CH something N. China is possible. Otherwise, CHIN. Chink works. AN. Chank? Is that a thing? Yeah. Okay. Well, China isn't terrible as a guess because it does check the I and the A. But let's do oddly. I think that's gonna be it. Nice. Oh, and there's a double D here. So this is dandy then, because it's D something NDY. I think it has to be. It's not dindy or dendy. It's got to be dandy. Nice. And there's an A over here. So this is CHAN. Chant. Oh, chant. Chank is a possible. Chant is definitely better. I should have thought of that earlier. Chant is pretty good. We don't have much to. I mean, this only has the 2 C's. What is that going to be? C. Okay, after the C, it's got to be a vowel, right? CI or CE. Circa, but there's no A. CE. Wow. What? We could end with CT potentially, but something like that, or ICT? That's no good. We could do CE. Is there something like this? Wow, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, no. We could do CK. Crick. Crick would work. That's actually really good. It checks the R, I, and K, because I had the K possibility here. I'm gonna do crick. Nice, and it's not a K, so it is chant, which is what I was thinking was more likely. Anyways, nice. Chant, we've got 2 left. This is going really good. We've got 2 left, and we've got 5 guesses left. This is something RO, and it has a G. We could do GRO. Grows is possible. Grove is also possible. Here we've got a P and a T, and that's it. So it's got to be. I mean, the only vowel we have is E. Something. I don't know why on octortle. I think it's something with the ads, maybe. I don't know, but it just stops. It loses focus on the puzzle, and I type and nothing happens. So something pests with a double S could work. All right, grows or grove. I can't ever remember if plurals ending in S are allowed in octortle. I'm gonna do grove. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do pests. Am I gonna do pests? Well, because that would check the E, so then I would know for grove versus grows. It would also check the S. There could be something else I'm not thinking of. I'm gonna do pests. Okay. There is the E, so it's gonna be grove. Nice. Okay, so we've got, oh, there's a double E. Ah, that was great. Okay. Teepee. Teepee? No, TP, this way. Teepee with a triple E. Oh, there we go. All right, so we had chant, pound, crick, grove, dandy, conch, oddly, and teepee. Worked out pretty good. I still had a couple guesses, I think, at the end. At least one, maybe 2 guesses at the end, so cool. All right, well, let's move on to, let's do the sequence next. All right, so this is the same thing, except it's only gonna give us the coloring for the first word until we solve it, and then we'll move on. So, chomp. Okay, well, didn't get much from that, and fudgy. Okay, but remember, once we solve this, we're gonna get the clues for the others. So these letters will be helpful for the other words. So, I mean, G-O, I mean something. Goals seems decent. Oh, wow, okay. Wow, O-G? Or G-O something? I mean, G second feels like it's not. I mean, you could do something like ogre or something, but. Or organ, but there's no A. Otherwise, that would be good. Is there something else? O-R? With a G there, or G there, or. Wow, okay, so I'm thinking G-O-R, maybe. Oh, rigor or vigor? Vigor. Let's do vigor because it'll check another letter. Rigor would have the double R. Okay, so. O-N? O-T. Bigot? Bigot. Does bigot have 2 G's? No, bigot. Bigot is possible. Wow. Otherwise, I-G-O-X-N-E. No, I'm going bigot. Wow, bigot. Okay. All right, so now we've got it's lodge. There we go. Nice. And then this is bliss. And this is R-U-V-E or no. Review. Yep. This is heave. This one is, let's see, let's move this up so you can see all the guesses. Okay. O-I, it's point. Yep, we haven't done an N yet. G-U, gusty, and A-T-E. It's abate with another A. There we go. Well, the start worked pretty well for that. The first word was a little bit tricky, but once we got it, you know, having the D, the G, some of those other letters, the H, the you know, middle of the road consonants as we got to the other words, I think really limited things. And we ended up guessing, you know, the R S T L N anyways. So I feel like this makes it a little bit harder initially to come up with things to guess sometimes, but then maybe it helps. I don't know. Let me know what you think. That's the theory. So, all right, let's move on to the extreme and see how it does with that one. So this should be interesting because this is harder words and you don't get as many guesses. There's only 12 guesses for 8 words, and so we can only have 4 test words, and we're doing CHOMP and FUDGY to start, okay? We got a bunch. Ooh, the H and the M over here is interesting. Something like time is possible. I'm sure there's other things it could be. It could be shame, something like that, but interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and do FUDGY. Okay. Ooh, we got the Y here. It's gonna be time, isn't it? I think it almost, does it have to be? It's not YH. So it's HYM, and it's gotta be time. Nice. And so now we've checked the E and the T. So there was no need to check them earlier on. That's the theory anyways. This is interesting. We've got the TH. We could do pithy is really good. Pithy is really good. The H is not second. And so it's probably fourth with a, you know, I'm gonna do pithy. Nice. Okay. This is, we've got an H. The H is probably at the beginning. This is probably, I was gonna say honey, but it can't be. What is that gonna be? If it's H-O, I mean, can H be there? It's not gonna be H-O-Y. It feels like the H is at the beginning. You could do O-Y or H-O. I don't know what that one is. Okay. T-U-O and M. We've got a bunch of the M-O-U. Mount. Mount is pretty good. It can't be mouth. There's no H. I'm going mount. Maybe. Oh, it's not mount. Molt. Molt. All right, so we've done 3 words now that are not answered. So we've only got 1 more test word. So let's be extra careful. This one, we've got T-I-U-N-E. We have all the letters. We have all the letters. And the U and I cannot be second. So it's not going to be N-T, right? So if the T is second, then unite. Unite, that's what it's going to be. I think, because if the T is second, you're not going to have the N at the beginning. So it has to be I-T, in which case it would be N-U, which isn't going to work, or U-T, which would be N-I, which isn't going to work. So the T can't be second, so the T is fourth, which means the U and the I are first and third. The N has to be second, so it's either inute or unite. It's unite. Okay, nice. Still thinking molt there, but I'm worried that maybe there's another possibility I'm not thinking of. Oh, we've got it's the C and the Y. Here we've got the C and the T, and there's an E and a P. Could it be E-P-T? Crept. Crept is really good. It's not going to be C-P. If the P were there, that's not a thing. I don't think that's a thing. So I think the P has to be PT. It's got to be crept, right? I think it has to be. I'm going for it. Nice. Okay. This one we've got the O. It's H-O something Y. But what? We can do an A. Hobby with a double B. Okay, I'm thinking hobby. I'm thinking molt. This, I mean, we could have CO. We could have SCO. Something like scold, but there's no D. We could have a double O. But I don't know if that really helps. We could have an OA. Sco. I'm not coming up with anything. And if it's CO, I mean, you could do ACO. A cost? No. So maybe the C isn't second. Maybe it's an OCK. Maybe that's what we need. Block. Block is good. Ooh. I'm tempted to do molt first. I don't think there's gonna be something else that works there. Moused. Oh, moused is a thing? I was gonna say moused isn't a thing. Moused is a thing. Block isn't terrible. It does check B, L, and K, and a new spot for the 2 C's, and the L for molt, and the B for hobby. The smarter thing might be black, though. Just because we haven't done an A yet. We've got 4 words left. It's a toss-up. So there's 4 words left. We have 5 guesses left. So this is, if I do block and it's not right, we don't get another test word. But if I do black, it checks for the A, but it's our last test word. I'm gonna do block. I'm gonna do block. I'm gonna hope that it is correct. Nice. Okay, so we still save a test word. This is molt. This is molt. This has a B. It's gotta be hobby, I think. Nice. And this has, oh, it's LY. It could be scaly. Scaly. Could the C be, could it be CLY? The only vowels we have are Y and maybe an A. If the C is second, then it's got to be CALY, which is scaly. If the C is there, ACLY? No, it's got to be scaly, I think. Nice. All right, well, I had 1 guess remaining still on the extreme. So far, it's been working well, at least today on these puzzles. So let's go ahead and finish off with the rescue, even though I'm not going to be able to use my 2-word start on that one. So the way the rescue works is they've already done 4 words for you, and you have to try and rescue the puzzle. Hence why I'm not going to be able to use my 2-word start, because they've already done words for us. This is, oh, it's probably truth. Is there something else that could be? If the T is at the beginning, I mean, we've already checked S and C and P and all the things that come before H's. I think it has to be TH. And if you do this, I think it has to be truth. Nice, okay. This is PR. The E is at the end. It's not gonna be PRD, so it's gotta be DE. It's probably pride, right? I mean, you've gotta have a vowel between the R and the D. We've already checked A, E, O, U. It's not gonna be a Y. It's gotta be pride. Nice, okay, so now we've checked for the I everywhere, and there are none. Okay, well, guess maybe that's helpful. We do have several with M's, which is interesting. This we have the P. It's part something. It's not parts. It's got to be party, I think. The R can't come after the T, so the R is third. It's got to be party. Got to be party. There we go. Okay, so we've checked the Y, and there are no Y's. Great. Okay. This is M-A-R and U. And the A, U, and R cannot be third. If we want to do that, we can't do R, M at the end because you'd have to have an A or a U in the middle, I think. Oh, I was gonna say alarm, but you can't do the A third, and there's no L. And then we have to have a U. It doesn't work for a lot of reasons. We can't do UN because there's no N. R. Ru something? Ru. Something. Armor. No. I don't know. Let's come back to that one. This is probably SC. No, because then if we do SC, again, the A and the U can't be in the middle. And it's not SCM, so SM, but then the same problem, the A and U can't be in the middle. So we have all the letters, SCAUM, and the A and the U can't be in the middle, so it's probably U and then A. No, that doesn't work either. Sumac, it does work. Sumac. Okay, and we got the UM here. It's not going to be AUM probably. So UM something A. Rumba? Ooh. That's pretty good, but I'm not convinced yet. This is STO. Oh, there's a double O. There's double O from Pooch. Stood. I could have had that a long time ago. At the start, actually, because we had the double O and the ST. I could have had that one from the beginning. Stood, which would have helped with sumac. Yeah. All right. Anyways, this is E and C, and the H is not going to be in the middle. It's got to be HE. It's hence. Henceforth, I will try to look at the other words before I jump into some that are harder to get. Okay. REA. That's all we've got, and then we need new letters. Freak or break. Freak or break. And this one, I was thinking rumba, which would check for the B. So let's go for it. Rumba, and there is the B, so it's going to be break. There we go, very nice. One left on that one. All right, well, I feel like those were pretty successful solves all around on today's Octortals. So let me know how all of these went for you and what you think of my 2-word start. I think it's especially good for these multi-word ones, but anyways, let me know what you think. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.